I mean, she has narrow hips and wears her pants high and loose t-shirts that are rolled up to about here, and a big rucksack at all times. And right now, she seems to be gathering something or looking through things. And she has in one hand this enormous, like, horn, like as though from a deer or elk or something. It's a horn fragment.
Okay. Antler?
Yeah, oh, an antler. Sorry, that's what I mean.
Okay. So I think it's my turn to surprise you. You're in this moment, and I think he has been around because, like, he knows that there's an area around here where the deer like to just gather and graze. Like, he took a note of it in his surveys, and now he's looking. He wants to try and find that particular animal that he saw on that rainy night again, or that rainy day rather again. And when he notices you in the clearing, moves over and just does a big bright, or no, because he's deer, yeah. I think he's actually going to move in a little close before he makes himself known and goes, "Hi."
Just her head kind of jerks in the direction that you are. And first her ears go in your direction, and then she looks at you.
"I'm sorry, didn't mean to startle you. Hello."
She says, "Okay. And she gestures in a very broad way. "I'm busy."
"Sorry, couldn't help but notice you found a large antler there. It's not molting season."
She looks down at it and looks up at you. Absolutely stone-faced. And she shrugs and says, "Sometimes they knock them off in fights."
"That one's a little bit big too, huh?"
She shrugs again, like this.
I think he takes a step in closer, and moves in as to not upset the deer around there, and tries to address her pretty seriously, like really stirring himself up, because those eyes and like the intensity and intention with all of her movements sort of like cut him to the core. And shakily goes, "Look, I don't know what you're out here trying to hide or protect, but if I don't find this for my report, then loggers are going to come in here and they're going to disrupt everything, and you're not going to like that. So if you saw that big buck," and as he does that, his arm brushes her arm, getting in close. "You gotta tell me."
Oh my God.
Did I tell you we broke the world record when we played campaign Jenga? Because we definitely did.
Yeah, you said a lot of things. She senses where your arms are touching And she perceives it as you trying to intimidate her.
Fuck yes.
And she leans in to where the two of you are touching.
Wow. Whoa. The shift in the tower right then. Oh my goodness.
And she says, if you saw something, go home and tell them, and no one will believe you.
Yeah, that's the problem. If no one believes me, they move in here and they start working. I can't believe you're being this stubborn. You're impossible. I think of conversations of how I can convince you that this is an important thing that I'm doing, but I feel like you're never going to talk to me.
She literally throws the antler that she was holding on to, and you can hear 3 or 4 deer like
Crack, crack, crack. Yeah. Scamper off.
Yeah,
Ooh, I love
exactly.
it. Oh, can we get like an above shot, like a bird's eye view of just the deer
there's like a couple
scattering
of
in
deer,
every direction?
a couple of birds that like take off. Yeah. And she says, stop trying to convince me of anything. You're the one who came in here. This is where I live. You're the one trying to... Why do you think that you can tell me what to do? You're fucking intolerable.
With, like, he heaves an exasperated sigh and, like, grabs his temple and is shaking his head. I don't need you to do anything. I don't need you to do anything. I just need to know if you saw that animal. Because if you saw that animal, it might be something that I could talk about.
Stop being vague. Stop trying to intimidate me. Do you know how scary this is for me? Gotta pull for that. So I am unintentionally revealing something rather personal.
Mm-hmm. And he like looks up at you and into your eyes, and like again that intense gaze that you've got, and like everything about you is sort of radiating this authority. And he's like, "Scary for you? I have nightmares that you're gonna come out and get me from the woods." I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm trying to do my job and do it well.
Is that your unintentional
That's
reveal?
my unintentional reveal. Is that he's had nightmares.
Oh my gosh, no. James, please be careful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did this suddenly become important
Hey,
to you?
you know what? Just giving you some encouragement, my friend.
Yeah. Is this tower your friend still? Is your friend
Yeah.
and partner in crime?
It's being a much better friend than you, quite frankly. There you go. This tower has never dunked on me. She gets quiet and she stops. She shrugs her pack. She says, I don't care if you've been dreaming about me. What you do here, none of my business. Go back to your camp, city boy.
I think as you were saying that, he like turned around to walk off, and when you said city boy, that cut. And like stopped for a second and then started walking faster. And that's the scene.